Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel. Join me in today's review of a new for 2025 model year Mazda CX-30. Before we go any further in the review, special thanks to Auto Arbanas Mazda dealership here in Zagreb County for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Welcome back everybody. Like I said earlier, in today's review we have the new for 2025 model year Mazda CX-30. One of the biggest changes for the new model year is that this model now comes with a 2.5 liter petrol engine, 140 horsepower. It is a mild hybrid technology. Mazda calls it eSkyActiv G. This particular model is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. Also there is a 6-speed automatic as an option. Let's start this exterior walk around with a front end design and details. Like with the most Mazda, we have a very aggressive and sporty approach. With a CX-30 we have this grille design, and all around the grille is finished in that chrome details. Very interesting with the gloss black parts in the grille. In the center there is a large Mazda logo that hides all the safety systems in it. Now if we take a closer look on a side profile, we can see how aggressive and sporty the headlights design is. We have of course LED headlights with the washers, especially useful solution now in the winter months. Also on a lowest part on a bumper we have a turn signals and front parking sensors. Let's now quickly check the driver side profile, and we'll talk a little bit about the wheels and tires. So on this model we have 18-inch wheels finished in gloss black. Being a small crossover, you have this protective part in that robust plastic material that indicates if you want to go a little bit of off-roading, you will not damage your paint. And of course with this model we have a famously known Mazda Soul crystal red exterior color, one of the best colors of course you can choose. Gloss black side mirrors with more chrome details, similar like we saw with the around the grille design, finished in that some type of chrome. Gloss black B pillars and tinted rear windows with this model. Always nice and useful feature, especially in these summer months. More of that gloss black parts at the rear end. We have some type of small rear spoiler, let's call it like that. And like with the most Japanese cars, we have the fuel filler cap on a driver's side. Now we come to a rear end. In the center, big Mazda logo, CX-30 detail on a driver's side, and eSkyActiv G on a passenger side. SkyActiv G means this is a petrol engine, and the E detail says this is a mild hybrid technology. On a lowest part we have a rear parking sensors and two exhaust tips, one on each side. Above the license plate there is a rear camera. You'll see that a little bit later in the video when I go and check the interior. Speaking about the interior, they did provide me with the key here. This is the Mazda CX-30 key. And let me know in the comment section in general what you think about design of a Mazda CX-30. Do you like it, and what would be your ideal color specification? So now we'll check the practicality test, starting with a boot. We have a keyless go system. I have a key with me and it opens automatically. This is now the opening procedure. Around 430 liters of boot space you get with the Mazda CX-30. Of course, you can close it electronically and you can lock it. Let's talk a little bit now about this boot space and its design. Being a crossover, you have a very wide opening, which is always great. You can fold down these rear seats 60-40, a little bit of extra storage on a driver's side and on a passenger side, with one useful LED light on driver's side. Some cool and interesting details. You have this textile part over here. You can fold it and you will get a little bit more storage below that. Also now it is on its highest level, so it's very much flat. If you need to slide some heavier items, you can easily do that. Let's now close the boot. And we'll check the rear seats. One of the coolest details with the Mazda CX-30 about the practicality is that door opening angle is pretty wide. Let's now talk a little bit about design, door design and materials in general. Everything is finished in that some type of dark gray and black materials, a metal door handle, and we have this center part finished in some type of leather with a gloss black details. This center part is in fabric, but just take a look how soft this center part is, where you will put your elbow. Nice contrasting, a little bit sporty red stitching, and this is the interior. This particular model comes with a Homura trim, isofix anchor points on each side. Similar like in the door design, this center part is some type of dark gray fabric with a little bit of black parts on these outside elements, and more of that contrasting red stitching. In the center we have center armrest with 2 cup holders. And welcome now from a rear seat. I put this driver seat on my ideal sitting position. I'm about 184 centimeters, 79 kilograms. This is my knee room and my foot room. Also, if I sit that straight, I have a couple of centimeters to spare. A couple of useful features in the back. We have LED lights and 2 air vents. Behind the passenger front seat there is some useful storage to put maybe some tablets or papers or something like that. But for now, let's focus on a passenger front seat. Opening a passenger front door, similar door design like in the back, but this is one of the best looking design details here on a front doors. Very interesting design feature, some type of triangular form with a very soft material, and again contrasting red details, similar like in the back, soft materials, especially here in the center part, and of course even larger door pockets. One interesting detail with the Mazda 3 and CX-30, and in general with the Mazda, you can upgrade your speakers to a Bose premium surround system. Just something worth mentioning. This is the interior design, and the seats like we saw in the back, similar design approach. Let's now talk a little bit about this design and the materials in general. A couple of interesting details. We have 1 air vent here on a far left, and in the middle also 2 for the driver's side, and there are some air vents on a A-pillar. Some useful storage in the center. We have some storage for the sunglasses. Also you have your vanity mirrors, which when you slide it you have 1 LED light. We'll talk a little bit more about the driver's seat and the center infotainment system in a minute. Couple of interesting details with the 2024 mild facelift was with the Mazda 3 and the CX-30. Now we have a little bit larger center infotainment system, and the these parts where the buttons are is a little bit changed. One of the best features, we have some still physical buttons for the climate control and some other shortcuts. A little bit of extra storage here in the center, 2 cup holders, and like I said earlier, this particular model is combined with a 6-speed manual transmission. There is a 6-speed automatic as an option. This is the Mazda, now well known and famously known for its wheel for the operation of center infotainment system, and all the buttons are still physical buttons. In the center, very large and wide center armrest with contrasting red stitching in the center. You need to slide it a little bit in the back, and it reveals a huge amount of storage with 2 USB charging ports. More of that contrasting red stitching, and if we now open the glove box, this is the glove box. Now we'll go and check the driver's seat. Hello and welcome now from a driver's seat of a new Mazda CX-30, and as you can probably tell, the car is running. Partly digital and analog dials with a traffic sign recognition system. Let's talk a little bit about this steering wheel and its design. Very small steering wheel with a nice and small airbag in the center. All the buttons are still physical buttons, which is great. On a far left, everything control for your media, and on a right side for the cruise control. Let's now talk a little bit about the center infotainment system. It's around 9 inches in diameter. You control it with this wheel in the center, and you have your main options such as info, media or fun, communication, navigation, settings, and so on. I will not go through all details, of course, just for you so you can see everything in action. Now we can see the navigation. If we go back, you can see here we have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, one of the two most important things: communication. If we go for a media, this is our radio stations and so on. One of the best features about this infotainment system is that is on the ideal position when you're driving. In front of me, I don't know how much you can see on a camera, we have also traffic signs recognition system and speedometer on a windshield projector. For the very end, I will put the lights, and the lights are actually on, and the hazard lights, so you can see them in action. And before we go and check that, let me know in the comment section what you think about this interior design of a Mazda CX-30. Do you like it? One interesting detail I have to point out, just take a look how you have this some type of fading or dynamic effect on a turn signals. Wait for a second, you will see exactly the same approach on the exterior. These are LEDs, but just take a look how cool is that some type of fading effect on a turn signal. So very interesting. Like I said earlier, we have the turn signals here in the front on this lowest part and LED lights on a upper section. So this is the end of my exterior interior walk around and practicality test of a new for 2025 model year Mazda CX-30, powered by a 2.5 liter petrol engine, 140 horsepower, a mild hybrid technology, combined with this particular model with a 6-speed manual transmission. Before I go and wrap this video, big thanks to Auto Arbanas Mazda dealership here in Zagreb County for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all a very nice day.